If you've spent any time online in the last 2 years, you've heard of ChatGPT. It's become almost synonymous with AI itself. But here's the thing. ChatGPT isn't the only option anymore. Not even close.
Google has Gemini. Anthropic has Claude. And depending on what you actually need AI to do, one of these tools is going to serve you significantly better than the others. I've spent serious time using all three, not just playing around, actually using them for real work, real problems, real tasks. And the results were not what I expected going in. So, today we're settling this properly. ChatGPT versus Claude versus Gemini. Which one is actually worth your time in 2026? Let's start with the one everyone knows. ChatGPT. Made by OpenAI, ChatGPT is the tool that started this whole revolution. And there's a reason it has over 100 million users. It's genuinely excellent at a huge range of tasks. Where ChatGPT truly shines is versatility. Ask it almost anything and you'll get a capable, coherent response. It's brilliant for brainstorming, drafting content, writing code, explaining complex topics, and working through problems step by step. The free version runs on GPT-4o and is genuinely capable. The paid version, ChatGPT Plus at around £20 a month, gives you access to more advanced features, including image generation through DALL-E, voice mode, and the ability to create custom GPTs tailored to specific tasks. The weaknesses. ChatGPT can be overconfident. It sometimes presents wrong information with the same tone and certainty as correct information. It can also be sycophantic, meaning it sometimes tells you what you want to hear rather than what's actually true. And for long, complex documents, it can lose track of context. Overall verdict on ChatGPT: exceptional all-rounder. The best choice if you want one tool that does everything reasonably well. Now let's talk about the underdog that I think is genuinely underrated. Claude, made by Anthropic. If ChatGPT is the confident generalist, Claude is the careful specialist. And depending on what you need, that's either exactly what you want or exactly what you don't. Claude is, in my experience, the best AI for writing. Not just competent writing, genuinely good writing. Articles, reports, scripts, emails, long-form content. Claude produces output that sounds more natural, more considered, and more human than the other models. It also handles extremely long documents better than any other model currently available. You can paste in an entire book, a lengthy legal contract, or a massive report, and ask Claude to analyze, summarize, or respond to the whole thing at once. ChatGPT and Gemini both struggle more with very long inputs. Claude is also notably more honest. It's more likely to say, "I'm not sure," when it genuinely isn't sure, and less likely to confidently make things up. For anyone who relies on accuracy, that matters enormously. The weaknesses: Claude doesn't have real-time internet access on the standard plan, so it can't look things up live. It's also sometimes overly cautious, occasionally declining to help with things that are perfectly reasonable. And it has less of an ecosystem around it. Fewer integrations, fewer third-party tools built on top of it compared to ChatGPT. Overall verdict on Claude: the best choice for writing, analysis, and working with long documents. If words are your business, this is your tool. And now the one with perhaps the most potential and the most catching up to do: Gemini, made by Google. Gemini has one advantage that neither ChatGPT nor Claude can match. It's built into Google's entire ecosystem. If you use Gmail, Google Docs, Google Drive, Google Calendar, Gemini can see and interact with all of it. That integration is genuinely powerful in a way the other models simply can't replicate right now. Ask Gemini to summarize the emails you received this week, draft a reply based on your previous correspondence, or find a document you vaguely remember writing 6 months ago. And it can actually do that because it has access to your real data. Gemini is also excellent at real-time information. Being a Google product, it's deeply connected to Google Search, which means it can pull current, accurate information from the web faster and more reliably than the other models. The weaknesses. For pure writing quality and reasoning depth, Gemini still trails Claude and the latest ChatGPT models. It can feel slightly more corporate and less natural in its responses. And if you're not already deep in the Google ecosystem, its main advantage disappears. Overall verdict on Gemini: the best choice if you live in Google's world. The integration alone makes it worth using alongside one of the other tools. So, which one should you actually use? Here's my honest answer: it depends what you're doing. But if you're forcing me to pick one for most people, I'd say start with ChatGPT for general use and add Claude if writing and analysis are central to your work. The good news is that all three have free tiers. You don't have to commit to any of them. Try all three this week with the same task and see which one gives you the response you actually prefer. Your instinct after using them for an hour will tell you more than any comparison video can. What I will say is this: the gap between these tools is closing fast. 6 months from now, this comparison might look completely different, which is exactly why this channel exists, to cut through the noise and tell you what's actually worth your attention right now. If that's useful to you, subscribe. New videos every week, no hype, no nonsense. I'll see you in the next one.